y'all. Welcome to another episode of 2Ways2Say It. I am your boy, Casey.
And I am your girl, Ashley Renee.
And the song of the day is Rich Baby Daddy by Drake. Bend that over. Make that breathe. Hands on your knee. Hey, hands on your knee. Anyway, because we having a good time, you know what I'm saying? Life is good. So that's my song of the day. Ashley, what is your song of the day?
My song of today is going out to, I consider her a new artist. I don't know
Hmm?
because it was my first time hearing it. And I can say you put me on it. Is it Chain Diamond?
Ching Diamond. Ching Diamond.
Chain Diamond, you can't fuck with me.
Hey, you
You
cannot.
cannot fuck with me. So make sure
Hey,
y'all look
hey.
that up. It's a nice little beat. And if you are a plus size girl, curvy girl, let that be your anthem, okay? And even if you're a little slim thick, okay,
How weak.
it definitely can be your anthem, okay?
Oh yeah, that song go hard. You know, we are freshly out of October. But one thing we didn't get to do is, shed a little light on breast cancer awareness. Because October
Mm-hmm.
was breast cancer awareness month. So 1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. In
Mm-hmm.
2023, an estimated 297,790 women and 2,800 men will be diagnosed with invasive breast cancer. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very important. So if there's any way you can support, spread awareness, be with those who are dealing with this, just do it. It's
Yes.
very very serious. And Ash has on her pink. I have on. I let's imagine this is pink. But yes. So yes, if any you can support it in any way, support the cause. All right. So here we are into today's episode. A lot of well, we can say a lot of stuff been going on. Of course, we know Halloween just passed. So we're gonna get to that. But I think I'm gonna say the biggest thing I think I've seen would be if anybody knows Keith Lee, he is a famous TikToker, and what he is famous for is reviewing food. He actually is so successful that he goes on food tours, and he's on food tours right now. So I guess he go to these different states, and I guess he get a lot of messages from small businesses, restaurants that get not as much shine as they could, and they come, I guess, let him review the food. And in some ways, he brought people a lot of new customers, a lot of new business and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So this week or last week, he decided to go to Atlanta. Um, and I know, I guess if some people know a little bit about Atlanta, they kind of hype their food, their different little stuff. And, Atlanta's supposed to be
Yep.
this place. And a lot of the businesses he went to were black businesses. So, of course, they could be exciting, for, get the black business out there. But he, I don't know what they thought he was going to do, but I think in all his things, he always say he going to be honest and, he going to tell the truth no matter what it is. And I guess they thought he was lying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think his first stop, I can't even remember the name of the restaurant. He went in and first thing he said was like customer service. And I want to, if I'm not mistaken, the owner of it didn't even like hold accountability. He made this video. This like video was like, "Who is Keith Lee?" type thing or whatever, which is showing that you're not
Yeah, I
hearing.
saw that.
Yeah, you're not hearing the criticism. But I think he said something about customer service. He kind of said something about them only wanting to accommodate him because of his popularity instead of just regular customers. Because you open these businesses for, I would think, us regular people. And
Right.
just stuff like that. So I know you've seen it. What do you think about Keith Lee's food tour, or what's been going on with it at least?
Well, I saw the clip where he went to Candy's restaurant, old lady
Mm-hmm.
gang.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he sent like his grandmother in and wife
Mm-hmm.
and ordered the food. And I think they were saying something like they couldn't take the orders because of something. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Came back out and he went back in. They're like, oh, we'll get it ready. We'll get it set up and
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff. And even before him, we heard reviews about Candy's restaurant and the
Mm-hmm.
customer service. So I think hearing it from him, I do think it is honesty
Yeah.
about the customer service. Um, and I think that's one thing that I can appreciate because, of course, I wanted to visit Old Lady Gang, even
Mm-hmm.
though it didn't have the best reviews. I'm more like, okay, let me try this for myself.
Right,
But
right.
after hearing that, it's just hard for me to kind of support it now because
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one big thing that, and it's not to downplay on any black owned restaurants or businesses, but if we're gonna be honest, I think that's the first thing that we need to work on
Mm-hmm.
is the customer service. So I mean, I can appreciate
Yeah.
Keith Lee's honesty when it comes to that. That's a part of the business. Is
Right.
I would think you would want someone to be honest,
To be
and then
honest.
even before his honesty, I would think just me as a business person, I'm gonna read the reviews to
Right.
see if it's something that I can work on. But if I see
Mm-hmm.
customer service is the top thing, why won't I try to fix this? I'm not saying that Candy isn't working on it, but at
Right.
the same time, is it, are you not paying them enough?
Mm-hmm.
Are you not showing up enough to see what's really going on? You
Right.
know, what ways, what are some of the ways that you can help when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to customer service at your business? Like
Yeah.
what can she do? You know, so
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, what you think?
Of course, I like just like you said, I like the honesty. And I what confuses me is for these people to say, okay, come review my stuff, like because this is gonna make them bigger, right? It's supposed to be an opportunity for them to get in front of more eyes.
Mm-hmm.
First, first, why would you if you're not starting there, why would you like you already know you kind of messed up inside the restaurant. Why I'm gonna call somebody to come review it and post it everywhere? You know, like because your business stuff is not right. And like you said, maybe it's Candy's not there. I'm assuming. You know, they ain't like she sit there and be in the kitchen with them. But like you
Mm-hmm.
said, this is not the first time we've heard people review bad on her. I think if I'm not mistaken, Rolling Up K had quoted it because I remember when she went and she actually said, you know, she gave like the she was hers a little more positive where she can find the benefit of the doubt. Okay, the food good, so I'm gonna kind of ignore that. But she did say when she went in, they were kind of rude. And mind you, she's a
Mm-hmm.
little known for the little food reviews. So even based off that, I don't see how you ignored it. Like if I'm caring about my business, the first thing I'm gonna do is I want to know like how can I get better? Like what are people saying? Because
Right.
these customers, like you're supposed to be doing it for the customers. Without the customers, you have no business. You know what I'm saying? I don't get
Mm-hmm.
that. So I think him doing it kind of shows like how much they value their customers. And then
Right.
on top of that, it's like I saw, and I guess did I see much like Candy? I saw more of the other man. You know, he had made the video like who is Keith Lee and all this stuff, which was so
Mm-hmm.
corny to me. I was like, it ain't like the dude went on there and bashed y'all. He just straight up
Right.
said it ain't like he tasted the food like this is disgusting. You know, like it was just a genuine review. And I especially if you've been rude to his family, what you expect him to do? I'm supposed to go in there and be like, they was the best. You know what I'm saying? Black beans go support them. You know, they might have slapped me in my face and spit in my food, but you know, these are black beans go support them anyway. Like y'all don't, they don't like
Like most
honesty.
people, but I'm gonna be
And,
quiet.
exactly. And that's another thing. I'm gonna get. You know, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna get into it. But yeah, I like just like you said, the honesty of it. If I think it's more controversial for like good reasons. It's controversial because they feel like they have somebody where they thought this African American male was gonna go into these African American businesses and just okay, yeah, y'all go follow them, go come eat here instead of let's in our community anyway. Let's like just like everybody else uphold themselves. Let's uphold our businesses to a certain standard where we can go in and
Right.
enjoy it. Because why would I go to a restaurant and you telling me you rude as soon as I come in and I'm supposed to want to eat there? That's the simple
Right.
stuff. Like I feel like customer service, being polite, being nice is it's like basic level in
It's
a restaurant.
it
Like
yes.
I don't see how they do it. Like I said, I rolling up K did it. I don't see how you can say um the food was good, so I'm gonna kind of pass it. If I go in a restaurant and the waiter is rude and the person who sit me down rude, that's gonna probably ruin my. I'm beyond it ruin your appetite. Like it make you not want to sit
Exactly.
there. And even when I go out to eat, like and we probably did well. Somebody did kick us out of Applebee's, but we ain't gonna call y'all name. But
Wait.
remember that man
What?
kicked us out of Applebee's. He said we was in there too long. Um,
Oh, you talking about
yeah,
oh
yeah,
and
but
he didn't really kick us out,
he
y'all. So
really
just
didn't. No, no.
like
Uh, but yeah, just I feel like you remember those things like the service and stuff more than you. It can make you forget about the food. You can have an
Mm-hmm.
amazing food, but if I can't go in and have a nice experience, especially someone I'm supposed to sit down, does the food really matter? It's a
Right.
business. It's not a food truck. So that's why I think a lot of people need to be in food trucks. You want to be mean and rude, go get a food truck. So I ain't gotta sit down while you gonna get my food and I can order it and go. But
Okay.
yeah, that's what I say about that. Did you had
Um,
you were oh go ahead.
and like I said, I've never been to Candy's restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
but I just think when it comes to Candy and that business, maybe
Mm-hmm.
she's just have like you can have too much on your plate. You're trying to do
Yeah.
Atlanta Housewives, and sometimes I think
Mm-hmm.
people think because they have money. I'm not saying this is what
Mm-hmm.
Candy is thinking, but
Yeah.
sometimes it can feel like that. Let me say that where
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, I have money. Let me start this. We know Candy is a huge name in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it's just like, regardless, I'm gonna get money from this. My
Mm-hmm.
customers can be rude and it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna be generating a lot of money.
Right.
So sometimes it can feel like that if you're not trying to work on it. And I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
she's not trying to work on it. Maybe she is, but if she's not, she definitely needs to look into this and see
Yeah.
what's the bigger issue. Is it
Mm-hmm.
pay? Is it time? Because we know having certain days off or
Mm-hmm.
having 3 days off during the week is nice, just
Yeah.
scheduling itself.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
um so yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. I agree. Like I feel like, and I know she made a video or something, and it was kind of going around what was actually said because it's kind of like you can't really, like I told you, you can't fight the facts. If the man went in there and that's what they did to them, they did it to him. I don't feel like
Mhm.
it's, I really hate responses like when somebody say something like, you did this, you did that, but I got money though, or it's like that's that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
talk to the truth. What happened? He went in there and did it. You should be addressing directly that. And I feel like it shouldn't even really took a video. It should have been her going down there and addressing her employees. That's how I feel like instead of making the video like trying to, because she know her name's attached to it. Then like the man, he didn't say that Candy went in there and slapped, or, that was rude to him. He just said it was the restaurant. And instead
Right.
of like, let me go down to the restaurant and talk to my customers, I don't feel like you should make, you had to make no video of, because you're really not proving it because at the end of the day, the customers, them the only people that can truly review your restaurant. That's how I kind of feel about, let me not say, I'm not saying don't support black businesses. Support black businesses for sure. Okay. It's
Yeah,
some real good
definitely.
black businesses out there. I love it. I love that we're able to have our own thing. But I think in the sense of if you create, first of all, you're African American, right? And you know how we just say if you put yourself in the consumer's shoes or whatever, you know what type of service and stuff you want. You know
Mhm.
when you shop and you do stuff, you know what you want. So becoming a business person, I feel like you still have that in mind. I see a lot of people come up with these businesses, and it's almost as if they are not catering to who are supposed to be the audience.
Mhm.
Like I feel like if I'm gonna make a business or whatever, I'm gonna make okay. I wanna take this title of black owned business everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I satisfy my people. Like I'm about to do whatever, you know what I'm saying, make sure everything's set up good for them. And them people they overcharge, like we just
Mhm.
see, rude, don't necessarily cater to us. So I be wanna know like what is the problem with it? Like why do people want to be a part of this, like support black business, but at the end of the day, you're not being like just a good business in general for your people.
I don't know. I just think just look at it as I think when we put this title on it, it's like
Yeah.
black businesses is almost like this pressure where you have to support. And we
Mm-hmm.
know too, like we see it on Facebook where it's this support, 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 support. Support
Yes.
me. They start a business, and it's the same
Mm.
tagline where it's what they say, um, you know outside people support you before the people who know
Yeah.
you,
Mm-hmm.
and while that may be true, at the same time, to me, when I see stuff like that, it's just kind of like, okay, well, forget it. Just
Yeah.
stop thinking because I'm black, like every Black person is supposed to like every little thing I do.
Yes.
Just go in it
Mm-hmm.
as okay. I'm starting a business.
Mm-hmm.
If this person didn't like my wig, the only thing I can do is figure out, why, fix it. And sometimes it don't matter what you do. That wig or food can be perfect,
Mm-hmm.
seasoned, pluck good, all that.
Mm-hmm.
You still not gonna satisfy somebody. I promise
Ex-
you're not.
Thank
So
you.
I
Thank
think
you.
maybe if we take the title off, it's almost like this soft girl era and boss girl and all this
Mm-hmm.
stuff. It's just almost like you have to do this stuff because
Yeah.
of these titles. This it's a business, just a business. And don't get
Mm-hmm.
me wrong, I get it. I get it and how hard it is, especially, to get loans, Black people getting loans and
Mm-hmm.
stuff for a business. I promise you I get it. But at the same time, we still have to go in it as like a business. You don't want to pressure people into buying stuff for you. Like
Yeah.
let it. I just think it should just flow
Yeah.
naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Like you said, it's an entitlement. I don't like. I feel like even if you are like entrepreneurs, people in general, same thing with people like you could say even us. Like we can't. You could create something. I feel like create it because you want to create it because I don't think you're entitled to somebody sitting there like we're not entitled to somebody sitting here watching us like, oh, okay, we talking about this week. So like the people who you're African American, we're a black podcast, so you gotta watch us because
Mhm.
you gotta support us like that. It's some
Mhm.
entitlement when people literally start stuff based off of it. Like some people create a business because they feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start this business because I'm gonna have all these people support me because what I'm saying, because they the same as me and they gonna at
Mhm.
the end of the day, nobody really entitled to buy into your
Bye.
business, buy
Mhm.
anything from you. Like who I don't know who made this up, and that's what it's that we always come up with this. Like I feel like supporting black business, it started off as something good, and it's like either people take advantage of it or they turn it into something else. Because I don't. I,
Yeah, I think other cultures benefit from it, and we'll talk about
mm,
that on another
yeah.
time at another time. But I do think
Mm,
other cultures benefit from these phrases that we like to come up with,
yeah.
or slogans, or whatever they're called,
Yeah.
like soft girl era.
Mm.
I don't want to throw out no other ones and get canceled, but but like, well, Black businesses, because
Hmm.
let's just say um somebody that's not Black is running a business where Black people are working in, and now it can
Yeah.
look like a Black owned
Hmm.
business, and
Yeah.
all they had to do is say Black owned business, and we just
And
running
now,
in.
hmm
And so yeah, I think that's these terms and slogans and
hmm
paraphrases, whatever they are, we kind of got to watch that, because I think other people, let me say that,
hmm
benefit
yeah,
from our oppression. I don't know if that's what, if I'm saying it right, whatever, but they're
they get it.
benefiting from that. So yeah, so let's watch all this Black
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I actually hey you, you said that black stuff. Oh, but yeah, for real, like I feel like now maybe your folks, that's good, somebody that's supporting you. I just don't feel like you should go into anything thinking, okay, I'm doing this because I know what type of support I'm getting, or like, or
Hmm.
that's not a reason to start a business. That's not a reason to start anything. Like, literally do it because you want to do it. Let it be some type of passion you got. Because if you're going into it like that, you're gonna be sitting there frustrated. Why my people ain't support me like this? Y'all support,
Hmm.
like, and that's when people going crazy
Yes,
because you got into it for the wrong reason. Who told
reason.
you that you
Yeah.
was gonna get? Who told you that you are entitled to our money? You're not entitled to our
Hmm.
pockets just because we look alike. It just people got to do stuff for just the right reasons. I just end of the day, like you said, it's an entitlement. I hate it. But yeah, just do better, business owners. And mind you, it is some good ones out there. I
Oh
love it.
yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? It's really some good
And
ones out
and
there.
it's businesses that aren't Black that
Great.
don't
Yeah.
do good, and
Yeah.
that do good, but
Mhm.
just yeah, yeah.
Just
Hmm.
like you said, just watch them titles. Watch them hands. Watch them
Yeah.
titles. But anyway, we can turn over to another leaf. Of course, we know Halloween just passed. I love Halloween.
Woo!
And I think
Yes.
my favorite place to look for Halloween is Facebook. You see your friends, cousins, everybody, so I love Halloween costumes. I just love when people dress up. It's something about it that I just love.
Hmm.
But there's something about it that I hate. And like
Oh
you said earlier,
no.
I do want to talk about on the other end of why it's so different for them now, but let me just dive in this. Your children don't want to be Blueface and Christian Rock for Halloween.
Period.
They don't want to be nobody off these shows you watch for Halloween. Because I think when we were younger, especially, I'm gonna say I just say for myself. When I was younger, I was picking out costumes because I wanted to be there. It's that imagine it, that imagine. I don't know, like it's your time to just cosplay, basically. Like it's what you want to be. Especially as
Hmm.
kids, like you, whatever cartoon or whatever you watching. That's why your children be watching cartoons, but whatever cartoon or whatever they watching, they gonna want to be that. It's natural. That's what we wanted to be. We wanted to be that stuff. It ain't even got to be no cartoon. They can simply just want to be what they be being fire. I remember some children used to be firefighters, little whatever they see that they're
Right.
inspired by.
Ballerinas, something.
It ain't got to be a cartoon. It just got to be something that your child want to be. And it's something where these parents, and of course we know these are internet parents anyway. Some of these parents where it's like I gotta dress them up to be something that I like, or they're not gonna truly understand this costume, but I'm gonna send them away in that costume. And that
Hmm.
the part it really bothers me because I think when I look at it, I look at the children. I'm like, dang, it might be cool, but I don't think he gonna have fun in it. I don't think he even understands Halloween through that because Halloween is supposed to be something that they understand. I can't understand
Hmm.
Halloween if you dress me up like something I have no idea what it is.
Right.
So that's the part it sting me a little bit. But yeah,
We
but we ain't got no kids, so I can't tell you what to do with your children. We ain't got no kid, we can't tell you. But
ain't got no
yeah, I
kids.
don't I don't like that. I really don't like it. So yeah, I know.
Okay, because when I
Y'all ain't ready.
start talking about it, I turn into a bitter Betty. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I'm not is Betty,
Hmm.
but I might be a
Hmm.
little bitter. Let me stop. But never bitter. Okay.
I hear you.
So I don't have no children. I can't talk about nobody parenting, but I'm gonna
Hmm.
talk about it. Because let
Right.
me tell y'all something.
Hmm.
Like you said, you have no business sitting here. I don't care if that is your child, and you saying your child your business because I can hear somebody saying now that is my business.
Hmm.
You ain't got no business sitting here addressing your child again as Christian Rock and Blueface and
No,
um who else? Some of these celebrities, Tupac,
that they don't
just like
understand. Yeah.
especially like 1, 2, up until 7. I don't even know what age kids stop trick or treating because
Right.
when we were
We
growing up,
follow about
it was around like fifth and I say 6th grade, 7th grade,
about
somewhere up
sixth,
in
seventh
there.
grade. Yeah, yeah.
But now we see that trick or treat up until 11th grade.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
and that's weird too. So, and I know I seen a post too that said something about that could be older kids could be out doing something worse. So if they show up at your door, just be grateful or something like that and get them the candy. No,
Okay.
you can go home. That's
And for
what you can
children,
do.
yeah, yeah. You take it away from the
Okay,
little
so
children.
exactly. So even when we just talk about the costumes, it's it's I just feel like it's parents again, like we always said, just living through their children, you're trying to
Hmm.
live through your kids. And I get it. Like I think a little part of you will show through your kids just naturally because
Yes.
they're around you all the time.
Right.
Like, of course, little parts of you are gonna show. But I
Hmm.
feel like when you forcing it, it gets weird. Let
Yeah.
the kids be kids. Let them
Please.
pick out if they want to be Blue's Clues, if they
Hmm.
well blue, if they want to be and not blue face, but blue the dog
There you
and
go.
Magenta and
Hmm.
Bob the Builder, Hey Arnold,
Hmm.
whoever. Let them be that. It is okay. They're
Exactly.
children. They have an
Hmm.
imaginary mind.
Yes.
I just don't. I don't see how you don't want your kids, especially when you
Exactly.
grew up in a time where Halloween was just fun. And
Hmm.
also, too, I know a lot of people hate me when I say this, and they may not. Some people might agree. I don't care
Hmm.
for this trunk or treat. I'm sorry, I just don't. And I get it though.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be fair. I get it.
Hmm.
Times have changed. You can't just be knocking at people's door. People,
Yeah.
for some strange reason, are
Hmm.
well super crazy now because people always been crazy,
Yeah, but
clearly,
real crazy. They
but
ain't hiding.
real crazy now.
Yeah.
Like they really just want to harm kids
Very
and
weird.
parents too, but really children, and it's
Hmm.
weird too. So I get it, but
Hmm.
I think I just feel bad. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say I don't like it. I think I just feel bad that they don't experience they're not getting a chance to experience,
Right.
just the door to door
Hmm.
knocking and saying, trick or treat and just seeing the neighborhood.
Yeah.
At, at our age, we just felt safe. We were out with our
Hmm.
friends and stuff. Maybe our aunt or our cousin took us trick or treating. They're in the
Hmm.
car, and we run to the 3 or 4 houses, and she just drive on down. Like she's still in the car, but she's
Yeah.
watching us.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, and it was just fun. And granted, the kids may be having fun now, and
Right.
we know times change,
They.
but
Hmm.
it's just, I just feel like it's just taken away, and it could be it's something in me. I just feel like it's just taking away
From.
my childhood, maybe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll say that. So, but I do get it. I do get it as a parent. You
Hmm.
do whatever to protect your kids, if it's trick or treat or trunk or church, whatever. Man, let them do it, child. They just want some candy, so just get a baby some candy. So
That's so weak.
I don't know, but yeah. So that's how I feel about that. Okay.
And I agree. Like, we talked about like I think you had children, like really think about your children and if you want to look at a child in the eyes, think of it in the eyes of you, right? I feel like I don't know if you didn't have that childhood, that's why a lot of them be living through them for real. If you didn't have that childhood and all this stuff you want to do when you were younger, now you feel like you got a child, something to do it through them. Okay, realize that you're repeating what happened to you. Like you can't take it away
Mhm.
from them, so you can live it. Like you have to let those children be children. Like uh, expose them to cartoons. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just so much children should be seeing, should be doing. And we can simplify it to like we always say children don't know how to go outside no more. Like they listen to, they be on the tablets, on the phones, and
They
like, and I'm
do
and I'm gonna charge that one to the fact that times have changed. We didn't have that. I'm sorry. We was outside, but I'm gonna say
outside.
times have changed and whatever. But in general, I feel like you just gotta try at least give your children that childhood, especially if you didn't
Mhm.
have it. Give them that, and like Halloween and stuff is part of it. Like just in general, like let them play, let them be as silly, let them be as child. Don't try to grow them up. First of all, don't be trying to grow them up to something they don't understand, and that's gonna make them too grown. Because later on, they're gonna be like, "What am I
Right.
dressed as?" Now I'm gonna go look up what this was. So that's what you really should be doing.
Especially
Uh,
nobody like her son in Blueface,
Exactly.
but
And all that type, that category. But in general, just let your children be children. I don't get why it's so hard to just like let them see cartoons, let them do the
mhm.
children stuff. That's what it's out there for. I feel like, and and even the fact that we can say times have changed, but you still go in Target, Walmart, those there's still a toy out, there's still children stuff out there. The cartoons still running, even the old cartoon
Mhm.
the stuff is still on there. You just pulling them away from it. I think you should be
Right.
pushing them to that stuff. There's no excuse for it, to be honest. Let them children be children. Um,
Period.
I just if I had a child and be honest, like my mama did, we didn't have no like these tablets and stuff until we were older. Maybe we had
Mhm.
like a VTech. I don't know if you know what a VTech is. That's like the little
Mhm.
yeah, we had maybe something
Yeah.
like that. But that's for children. At that
Mhm.
age, get them a VTech. They want something like that. They see your phone, they want it. Get them a VTech. Get them something like that. Or I think what the other one
Something.
was called, like a not a fraud pad. It was like a leap pad. Or what that junk called?
Leapfrog.
It was a leapfrog. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It ain't gotta be just that, but just in general. They see your phone and stuff. They're like, I want that too. No, get them their
Just
version of
say
it,
no. It ain't
and
even getting
that
on
too.
the version. Just no.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not adults, and I feel like some way we sliding into where they supposed to have the same stuff we do so early on. They don't. Let them be children. Children are children, and let them have a childhood. Please stop trying to push them up to be so old. Like don't do
So
this because they trust me.
weird.
When they look back at it, when they see other people talking, there's gonna be stuff they're missing, and they're not gonna be able to relate to people that had those childhoods. Where I love to me and my friends, everybody be talking, and we can talk about that stuff we did as children. We have memories
Mm-hmm.
of it. I love that because it shows that we were pushed to just be children. We weren't
Right.
pushed to be something else. But of course, we're in a different generation, and I feel bad for them. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's getting ugly. It's really. I don't know
It
what.
really is. And these
Yeah.
kindergartners may know Christian Rocky Blueface because they
That's what
get
I'm
phones
saying.
and stuff
You ain't
in
lying.
kindergarten and first
You
grade.
ain't
So
lying.
they may know who they are.
You ain't
So
lying. But yeah, just let them children be children. I
mm,
feel like they don't have the like as a parent, you're gonna direct them and stuff. They can't necessarily put themselves to, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta push them to that stuff. It ain't I don't know if some parents think that okay, they children, they gonna just find the stuff themselves. No, they gonna find whatever somebody that told them to go look at. So
yep.
you put the cartoons on for them. You put them in front of their TV looking at this stuff. You put it, you know what I'm saying? Like just simply just let the children be children, please. And mind you, I I saw the costumes, and there are some parents out there that's dressing the children like cartoons and stuff you can tell the children are having fun in and want to be. I love to see the little girl in princess dresses and the children and the
Mm-hmm.
younger boys and Ninja Turtle and Superman, little stuff like that. And even though they probably barely
Right.
understand Superman, but you get what I'm saying. Like I love to see that because that's what it's supposed to be. That's what I would do for my child. But everybody else, stop. They don't know these celebrities. Stop putting them children
It's
in them
ugly.
costumes. You like it. They don't know it. Okay, realize that. Like it's their memory, not yours. But yeah, I'm gonna get off y'all children. I'm gonna let y'all have it. But yeah, boom.
Wait,
Okay.
go
What
ahead.
is Miss Esther Renee? What is one of your favorite memories as a child? Like, what is something you remember doing?
Ooh. Favorite memories? Oh my gosh, it's so many.
I know, right?
Who?
What one of? Because we were children. We
Favorite
was outside.
one? Okay.
Yeah,
Um, so just anything or just like
yeah, just anything.
specifically?
Just first thing come to your mind.
First thing comes to my mind is like going to Houston for the summer. Like just being anxious to go and see my cousins and them and just traveling, going to Houston. Like whenever
Okay.
I hear certain songs, I like text them like, what song remind you of like Houston when we used to be in Houston, and
Mm-hmm.
it's tell me something good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh baby, 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 baby. Tell me that you love
Tell
me.
me.
Yeah, and that version and the UGK version as well
Okay.
too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I'll say that.
Well,
What about you?
I would say mine. I'm gonna think as a child. Every time I think of childhood, I think of the same place, and that's at my great grandma's house. And I remember it could be like, it'll be. You can say like the weekends. It'll always be like probably like that Friday night when everybody kind of go over there. Everybody off work, so this is time to go see her because you ain't got nowhere to go the next day. And all my cousins or
Mhm.
whatever be over there. We used to play with the people from next door and on the door, and we'll all be in the yard. And I can always remember me being dramatic. I always fall on like my girl used to have these this flower beds or whatever. And it had
Mhm.
like bricks. What cut it off was bricks, and I always fall and hit my knee on it. Then my mom made me sit down and
No.
stop playing because I come in there, act like I'm about to cry or whatever. But then while everybody was out there playing, I want to stop. Like, okay, I can stop doing the dramatics. And she be like, no, you got to sit right here. She like, you have to sit right here. And then I'd be mad at myself being dramatic. I could just stay out there with a bloody knee. But stuff like that, just being able to run around the yard. We literally was just out
No.
there playing hide and seek tag. We used to play like hide and seek at night. That was probably the best.
Oh
We could do that
yeah. That's
all
the
the
best.
time. And then like everybody just be running around. I don't know. Every time I think of childhood, I think of it. And we'll
It's
do it
just
until that.
everything is outside.
Yeah,
Like
it
literally
just
every time you think of childhood is outside.
it is, and that was fun. Like for real, we'll do it up until the dog got loose. Then we were done with it because I was scared of that dog. But in general, yeah, that's what I think of childhood. I really think of like being able to just be a child. Like
Be
we
free.
outside running around, not a tech thing in sight. Like just having fun, all of us together, and being just woe out. You know what I'm
No
saying? We ain't going
worries,
to
nothing.
nothing,
Yeah.
just good. My great grandma might be yelling to close her door because the flies are getting up. But yeah, that was my but yeah, that's my memory as a child. So yeah.
And it just
Okay.
made me think I didn't want to keep it long, but also too
Yeah.
like this day and age too, and I hate it for the kids. It is nothing that they can control, but
Hmm.
because people are after children so much now, not saying that it didn't happen when we were younger, because of course they were still kidnapping and stuff, but
Right, right.
where our parents really weren't forced to sit outside and watch us because we
Yep.
may go too
Hmm.
far because somebody might snatch us. Or
Yep.
I just feel
Hmm.
like we had a different brain growing up. It's like we knew not to
Not
do
to,
this, or
yeah, yeah.
even if we did go far, we still knew not to go too far.
Too far.
And
Hmm.
I remember asking my mom, I was like, why? Like, how did you know? Like, you just in the house and we outside all day. Like, how you know we was safe? So, like,
Hmm.
I knew just, like, at least I was in the neighborhood. Like,
Yep. Hmm.
like I knew y'all weren't over there or somewhere over
Yep.
there. Just, I don't know. And I think just thinking about that too, like how now if you even just in your backyard, you gotta sit out there and watch your kids because
You
somebody
do.
might jump the fence and
That's
snatch
for
them up.
real.
And I really
Unfortunately.
hate that for the kids. And it's nothing against parents or the kids because you
Yeah.
gotta protect your kids. But I
Hmm.
just I just really hate that. So
I do. It's very different. Like, you got to be so over, like, mind you, our parents are always protective, but at this point you have no choice but to be overprotective because it's so,
mhm.
everything is so unpredictable these days. Like, nothing is, back in the day, even my mama talked about, even when she was younger, like, it's just stuff was so, you could go outside. I think my mama just actually said this other day where she was able to go outside, walk around different places where you can't do it now. Walk around, not have a
Mhm.
worry, be able to just, and you wouldn't worry about getting snatched up, or and
Right.
not saying that these crazy people went out there, but it just was different.
Right.
Like, where it wasn't. It's almost like the majority of stuff is dangerous now, rather than danger just comes every now and then. So I'm talking about. I understand that, and it's a very unfortunate for the children these days. I don't think it's nothing to fix it. I'm gonna be honest. It's just that bad. It's so many crazy people out here. You just literally have to be so overprotective of your child. Like, they can barely
True.
have fun. Literally, they have a
Yep.
time they even as safe at school. Like, it's just dangerous. It's just really
Snatching
dangerous.
kids up in the store. Remember, you could
Yep.
just go to the toy aisle while your mama
And
shopping.
do whatever.
You can't even
hmm
do that. These
You
folks
can't
be
do
trying
that.
to snatch kids up.
They
Why you got they hand in the store? You just like you
exactly
crazy for
sick.
real.
Yeah, people are really sick. So, parents, I give you that. That is one hard part. I mean, I still think children should be children, but that part of, like, how we able to run around and stuff. I know them children can't do that these days. I mean, we know it. Like, you
They
just
can't even
unless
find
you're
their
gonna,
parents.
you ain't like,
Cause my mama said,
oh,
okay, we're gonna leave
exactly.
you in here, and you knew you
Uh huh.
better find her.
Exactly. So yeah, it is. It's very hard. It makes you think twice about having children these days. I'm not gonna lie, because this world it's getting real crazy. But that's enough on them children.
Right.
We do our final remarks, and let me think. What is mine? oh, I'm trying to say something I already didn't say. Say just be positive. I don't know if I said it enough. I say it in real life, but I
Mhm.
don't know. And sometimes I'm not as positive as I could be. But in general, I think just be positive. If we just try to be a little nicer, just be positive. It just be nice to yourself in general. Like, I think we wake up, beat ourselves up by stuff for no reason. It makes sense in the moment, but then later on be like, okay, I was just tripping. So just be positive about stuff. I mean, something might happen and just be like, okay, that's just happening right now. Like, let me stop tripping about this. It'll pass. Sometimes. So yeah,
Mhm.
just I would just say try to be positive. I try. I ain't always that good at it, but when you do, it helps. Because being negative don't help negative situations. So I'll just say be positive. I got it. I'm gonna say that.
Okay, so since you said something about being positive, I'm gonna go a little left and say, and I'm not
Be
even gonna say
negative.
it's left because no, it's more so. I think you did. You see what I reposted on Instagram where it said, being a bigger person don't get you
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
places. Then go ahead and go in.
Say what you gotta say. Yeah, I
Say what
saw.
you gotta say because I think holding it in sometimes is just worse for you, and I think it can have you holding a grudge sometimes.
It
I
can.
feel like if
Mm-hmm.
that person got something off their chest, go ahead and light them up too. And not
That's
saying
it.
in that way. I think you know who to pick and choose. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
don't be the bigger. Of course, be the bigger person if it's somebody you don't know and you in a dark
Mm-hmm.
alley. You know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about when it comes to friends,
Yeah.
family, co-workers, whoever it is, go ahead and
Say what you
Say
got.
what you got to say. Now, does that mean yell, argue, get an attitude, whatever? It may mean it, but
Yeah, yeah. I
in some
mean,
cases, at the end of the day, I think sometimes we have to be realistic um and we're human. It's no
yeah.
way that somebody can. I think as I get older, I just see like it's no way that I can just sit here and even if we just having a discussion about something, I'm like, okay, be the bigger
Hmm.
person, be the bigger person. What
Right.
is the bigger person?
Thank you.
I feel
Hmm.
like you can still be the bigger person and still say something. Let
That's
them know
true.
how you feel. So
Hmm.
let people know how you feel.
That we got a
I'm okay
mouthful.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just and it still can be positive. I know
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when I do it, like you still kind of think about it when you get home, like, dang, did I say it in the right way?
Mm-hmm.
I just now I'm just learning to just let
It
it go
don't.
because at this point, even if you say something, if you don't say something, they'll probably still look at you a certain way. So it is
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
Facts.
So
Just like that. And it can get ugly.
definitely can get ugly.
It can get ugly.
So that's all I have. Being a big person don't sometimes get you somewhere. So sometimes be the bigger person, sometimes don't. Just add out.
Exactly. So basically, be positive, and then if that positive don't work, you think I'm just playing. Oh,
Be
but
positive plus.
there you go. I like that. I like that. Be positive plus. All right, y'all. So that is the end of our episode. Thank you for watching. As always, continuous visitors, watchers, and everybody else, thank you. We hope to see you next time. And
Yes.
everybody else, new subscribers, everybody, just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. And like, comment, share, subscribe, like we always say. And that is it. So see y'all next time on the next episode. We
Peace
out of here.
out.